Hello everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to The Lost Files. Today we're talking about the original Jeff the Killer image. So let's begin. Jeff the Killer is a 2011 creepypasta posted to the Creepypasta wiki by a user known as GamerFuelTV. The story featured a photograph to accompany it, and the photograph featured in it was meant to depict the fictitious murderer known as Jeff the Killer. Now, for the longest time, it was believed that this was actually an edited photograph of a woman known as Katie Robinson. And what had happened was that back in the later half of the 2000s, she had posted a photo of herself onto the anonymous image board sharing site known as 4chan, and that the users of the site bullied her due to her being overweight and made various photographic edits of it. And one of these edits was the Jeff the Killer image, and it got to the point where she eventually committed suicide. This story was later proven to be false, as it turned out it was actually a photo of a woman known as Heather White, and Heather White is still alive to this very day. Now, later on, Susser, the man who created Jeff the Killer, which is his current online pseudonym Susser, had an interview with a YouTuber known as Scarefeeder, where he claimed he actually took the photographs. And what had happened is that he had worn a white latex mask to take two photographs. He claimed that the second photograph was him standing by a bathtub and his hands covered in blood, and the bathtub being covered in blood. And he said that he only posted this photo once onto some random website. He said he put the mask in a box and placed the box somewhere. This was also easily disproven, as taking a quick look at it shows that this is clearly not a photograph of a latex mask, but rather a photo of a heavily edited face that was edited in some kind of photo editing software like Photoshop. So people began to search to try and find it. The first lead people had was an old Newgrounds user who in August 2008, under the name of Killer Jeff, posted the Jeff the Killer image, claiming that it was a photograph of himself and that he is Jeff the Killer. Now, a little later on, in October of 2008, a video was posted onto the video sharing website known as YouTube, which is the various site this video is being distributed over the World Wide Web on, and this was a user known as Killer Jeff again, and he posted a video made in Windows Movie Maker, which told a prototype version of the Jeff the Killer story. This video got 700,000 views before it was inevitably taken down. Now, people were able to find an earlier video from August 2nd, 2007, which was titled NNN Special Broadcast. The video was meant to be a depiction of a popular Japanese urban legend, and in the video, the Jeff the Killer image briefly makes an appearance in it for only a few seconds. This was the first indication we ever had that the Jeff the Killer image originated from the country of Japan. Now, going backwards, people began discovering the Jeff the Killer image on various Japanese image board sites. One of these was posted on November 16th, 2009 on a website known as paya.cc by user Omegavolt, and it was under the file name of Prettyface. People connected this to another Japanese urban legend known as Slipmouth Woman, who will reveal her face who will ask you if you think she is beautiful, and depending on what you say, she will take off her mask, and it will show that her face is severely disfigured, with cuts going all the way up across both sides of her mouth. Then she will ask you the same question again, and depending on how you reply, she will either let you live or she will murder you. Now, going through the files, it was also discovered that this image was made in Photoshop 6.0. Photoshop 6.0 was created in 2000, so that means the photo must have been made in at least the year 2000. Now, people were actually able to get in contact with him, even though it had been over 20 years, and he recalled seeing the photograph beforehand, and which meant that it existed even prior to his posting of it. Now, a comment made on a thread on November the 10th, 2005, featured a link, and this link led to an image. Now, using a Wayback Machine, we were able to get our hands on that image, and that image was Jeff the Killer image, and it was also in the name of Prettyface. Now, an earlier prototype version of the Jeff the Killer image was also found to have been posted on September the 9th, 2005, by a man known as Mr. Mulholland, and it was known as White Powder 2. Now, people were also able to get in contact with Mr. Mulholland, and he recalled seeing the photograph that he had being posted even prior to that. And alongside that, there were instances of the original of the prototype Jeff the Killer image appearing on various Japanese image boards throughout August of 2000, which validates his claims. Now, we don't know what the original one is, but we do believe, as there are many leads. Most people believe that it's most likely a photograph of a woman for sure, but besides that, we don't exactly have many leads on to possibly what it could be. Yeah, but that's all I got to say, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, so bye, have a nice time.